This is the Univega Specialissima I've been working on. Um, I had been commuting on my track bike for the past 2 years or so, and yeah, I got this from my cousin. I've made 2 videos on it so far, I want to say, and this is as it is currently. I've commuted on it for maybe the past 2 weeks, and it's been good. Um, the previous iteration, I just had some bars that I had taken off of a Royce Union. They were old walled bars, and now it has Velo Orange. I should look up the name. I'll put a photo of it. They're a discontinued model that I guess they were modeled off of handlebars from France, like specifically Paris bikes that you'd see there. So they have like a really aggressive sweep. It's like they have a newer model called like a not Baltaco. That's the old dirt bikes. Bonto or something. But anyway, I got these off eBay. They were cheap. And yeah, so just before I start talking about components overall, the previous setup felt weird. It felt mushy. I changed the tire on the rear. I had an old Kedna Quick on it, and they changed the name to the Kedna Cross, or it's like cyclocross basically. They're still 27-inch wheels, and the tire really helped, but putting the stem up on it really helped too. Now, traditionally, being a fixed gear kid, the Slam Jaguar stem is all the rage, but for this one, the frame is one or two size, maybe 2 or 3 sizes too small for me. But I do like the top tube to be a little bit lower on me. Hopefully I'm in frame. But anyway, the only problem with it right now is I think I want to get a Nitto Technics or Technium or whatever they call it. Like a real long stem. I like how short this is, but I need it to be even longer because my knees come up, and when I'm taking corners, like a sharp corner, my knee will hit the bars. And when I'm standing up to pedal, if I need to do that, with gears I don't really need to do that, but I do stand up to pedal sometimes, and it's just not going to happen with this setup. My knees are like real up in the cockpit, and there's hardly any clearance, so I actually need to put that stem up a little further. Now, I really want to get a walled basket, a 137 for it, and sew up a custom randonneur basically bag, but so a basket bag for it. But before I get that, I would like the stem to be addressed. So order operations is stem. I got thumb shifters. Talked about that in a previous video where I got a $10 Murray Baja. There's not a lot of room on those handlebars for a shifter, but we'll make it happen. And so stem, shifters, put on the cables, front basket, make the bag for it, and then full fenders. And I'm thinking I'm going to get the Velo Orange hammered silver to match the bike. And then this thing's pretty much good to go, complete. I mean, it's good to go now. So before it felt really mushy, but now I'm starting to realize that coming from track bikes, my geometry is really, really tight on those. So it's really twitchy. So I've always had a very responsive bike. And what I didn't really consider was with a touring bike, the geometry is going to be much more slack. But then after putting the tires on and riding it around, actually the opposite. This specific bike geometry is more akin to a track bike than you'd think. It is actually pretty twitchy and responsive and nimble. So maybe this is like a really good match for me. It's just kind of my riding style, or don't want to say the word pedigree, but my history with riding bikes has always been track bikes for the most part, for the better part of 15 years. So this is actually not too foreign of a feel. Granted, the down tube shifters, I've had bikes with them before, but that's not great. I really have to anticipate the shift, and I lose a lot of momentum in doing such, especially in traffic. So I pretty much keep it in this gearing most of the time because my legs are trained for roughly this gearing. Just being able to coast is really nice. I got the Rock Bros rear pannier on there. That's been a game changer. I put my Scooter Logic feed bag, which I really want to make my own feed bag soon. Without a front rack, that feed bag is not really optimal, but that's okay. And this is the frame bag that I got from off of that Baja guy for just threw it on here. It's kind of cool. It has like a shoulder pad if you need to carry it. This skewer on the back has slipped out on me a couple times. That was my own fault for not tightening it better. I took the dork disc off and repacked the bearings. I need to repack the front bearing, the front hub. I didn't do that. I just did the rear while I had it apart. Some videos show putting the cassette tool in here and then putting the skewer on and then cranking it with a wrench. When I did that, I bent the original quick release skewer, which I was really upset about. I have a ton of donor wheels though, so I just took the skewer out of a different bike over there. And then what I ended up doing was, because I still couldn't get it off with the adjustable wrench method, I just put it into a vise. And from now on, I would only recommend doing taking cassettes off, this is a freewheel hub, taking those off with a vise, personally, because bending that wasn't really great. I tried to bend it back and it just wasn't happening, so I just swapped it out with a different one. And yeah, it's been running fine. I guess the grease I used was a little thin, which it was Marina grease, so that was weird, but eventually I'll get another thing of Philwood grease. But yeah, the bike's been riding really well. I put the Cool Stop dual compound pads on the front. I haven't gotten around to putting the back ones on. I should just do it. I'm just being lazy. The bottom bracket, I think has it's not really a creak. It kind of feels like every once in 1,000 rotations when I'm at a stop and then I push down on it, it kind of has like a bit of a chirp. So eventually that bottom bracket might need to be fixed. Got the O-ring grips on it. I forgot how these aren't really that comfortable. I'm getting used to it, but I've been using the Vans Cult ODI grips on my track bike for a while now. This is all I used to ever use, but my hands need to get adjusted to it. And like these are just cheapo USB-C tail light and headlight, which I actually have been really enjoying. They go for weeks without needing a recharge. But yeah, this is the bike as it stands. MKS Silva pedals, MKS cages, Soma straps, Suntour everything, Cyclone. Got a Uno seat post. So this seat post was 28.4 rather than 2 or something like that. It was like 0.2 off, but you really need to get the right seat post. I didn't want to damage the frame, so this Uno for $17 worked out really well. Charge spoon comfort. The nose under here, I got it on clearance from Sierra Trading Post for like $7 a piece or something, like $10 a piece, so a third off. Basically, got 3 for the price of 1. But the nose under here in the previous 2.0 video, I showed off how the nose kind of cuts into your leg, so I just taped it. Eventually, I'll probably JB weld it in there. And then, yeah, we can maybe do a different video on what No, we'll do it here. And we're already at 11 minutes. What the heck? So let me turn this around for you. It's a bit heavy because I have it fully loaded with all the stuff I bring to work, as well as all the future upgrades. So alright, this is the Rock Bros waterproof pannier. It's got it for like $40. So this little top view here, there is, I had to use duct tape and rolled it quite a few times to get the proper diameter for these clamps. You can just pull this off like this if you need to, but yeah, let's just look inside here, show you what's going on, what I carry. So first up, we have 6-speed chain. Eventually, I was going to change the rear cassette to a 6-speed rather than a 5-speed. This will work with 5-speed if I choose not to. So, kind of waiting for a little bit of money for the proper cassette to pop up on eBay. I would like to get like a pretty decent range if I can. Potentially change out that front chainring for no front shifter, but we'll see. Jaguar silver cables, so these are just to hold me over to get rolling, but when we ditch the down tube shifters, going Jaguar, as I do with all my bikes. Do like that stuff. Oh, this is my sun hat for work. Brought it home for some reason. Should probably take this opportunity to wash it. It's getting really hot here. I brought it home because I wanted to cut the grass with it, but I cut the grass really late yesterday and didn't need it. My wife got me this as a present last year. When it's nighttime and a light hits this, pretty much any light source, it glows crazy bright. It's kind of like a 3M reflective material. It also doubles as a windbreaker and a rain layer. And I think it's gone up in price, but around $20 could save your life for sure. People drive like crazy people around here. You saw a delivery driver wearing that, and it was instant sell. TFW pump. It is a clone of the Topeak Road Morph G, which is like my favorite pump ever. So far so good. It's a dual pump. You can change out the head nozzle for Schrader Presta. Currently this guy is Schrader, which all my bikes are Presta. So a little dedicated pump for this bike. Eventually I'm going to sew a custom frame bag and hopefully put this inside of the frame bag in its own designated slot, and then so that's pretty cool. For $15 or I think it was $13 versus $35. I'm happy with it so far. Granted, I've only used it for like a week. These are the Suntour power shifters that I got off eBay with the really nice clamps. it kind of would match the bike perfectly currently, but we'll see. I don't know if I want to do just a rear derailleur or also the front. Probably just set it up for front as well for now, and then I can always delete it later because it's all functioning, it's all there, and it's technically a touring bike. EpiPen. Allergic to bees. This one was cool. It's a Tektro. So when I delete the down tube shifters, throw this in line, and then it's like a cable guide. So that's really cool. What else we got in here? Oh, cool stop. Dual compound mountain pads. Need to put this on this guy. Being lazy. Got to do that. And a spare tube. This one's interesting. It's a Q tube, 700C and 27 inch, so can be used for both. And lastly, I have a Axiom disc hex. I'm doing a lot of frisbee golf. There's a course in my hometown here, 9-hole. Play it every weekend with my buddy. Great times. So I've been carrying this with me just in case. I don't know why. It also kind of works as a dog bowl or a plate, or I don't know. It's not much weight, and it kind of adds some rigidity to the pannier. But I've been super stoked on this thing for $40. I did have to move it really far back on the rack, and there's a bunch of adjustment because my feet they're not huge or anything, but they were hitting, so I just slid it back, and it's been good so far. But and inside this frame bag here, which did have that shoulder strap as I mentioned, I have a couple other things in here. So park tool, tire irons, or these Kednas on 27 inch are kind of tricky to get off, but on 700 they're the 700 versions of these called the Quicks. They're quite easy to get off, but the 27s are kind of difficult. You kind of need those tire irons. VP1 patch kit, so I'll patch these tubes probably 5-10 times before I'll change to the other tube, but definitely want to carry that with you. If you know, you know, the Walmart D2, a single metal one. I'll have to take that out and put that in my tools. I don't know why that was in there when I have the composite ones. A Schwinn 9-in-1 tool. I don't know, I got this off of a used bike that I had gotten in the past, but it kind of has all the tools you need. It being quick release skewers, I don't really need the 15, so all the Allens I need. And I got I don't know where I got this, but it's kind of like a cone, bunch of different cone wrenches, and yeah, I basically just use it as a cone wrench. So if for whatever reason the bearings get messed up, and then a baby cone wrench just to be able to disassemble the axle if needed. Just my little emergency stash. Yeah, this is the bike I've been riding lately, the Univega Specialissima. Very happy with it. If you can get one cheap, I mean, I probably have close to $300 into the build. I got everything for free, but all the upgrades, it's approaching $300. So it is what it is. But this is my substitute for a car. I do have my truck. I got working again, but I ride this Monday through Thursday every day. It's been great so far. I just want to change out that chain sooner than later so I don't damage the cogs or the teeth on the chain rings. I'd rather not have to replace those prematurely. But yeah, get out and ride, guys, or y'all. I'll see you next time. I've been up here this whole time. I don't know. did kind of crop it here, so well,